What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey. Since happy Friday. It is the first day of November. First of all, before I even get into that, I gotta stop what I'm doing and wish my dear sweet mother a happy birthday. Yesterday, Halloween, was her birthday. So happy birthday, Mama Sense. I love you. Thank you for always keeping it real and being there for your boy. So now that we got that out of the way, I need just a little bit of business from you. Beard itching a little bit, but you know I had to get fly today. It's barbershop day. I need you to like this video, I need you to share this video, and I need you to sub to the channel. Got that out of the way. No further ado, let's get right into it. Let me tell you why you're here. Today we're going to talk about 7 fragrances from my collection that remind me of the month of November. And why is that crucial? Well, we just officially entered into the holiday season, right? You got Thanksgiving coming up. You got Christmas Eve coming up. You got Christmas, so that and New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all of that is coming up right around the bend. And in the middle of all of that, you've got birthdays. My birthday is in December. Cheapo's birthday is in December. Sam's birthday is in December. So hey, you know, these fragrances remind me of the holidays. They remind me of the fall. They remind me of winter. They remind me of Thanksgiving, of gatherings, of just all the things that come along in the months of November and December and again on into the new year. So no further ado, let's get right into it. From the house of Polo. Make sure I grabbed the one I thought I grabbed. And I did. From the house of Polo. It is Polo Red Tobacco. And I picked this up in Troy, Alabama. And why do I like this one? It just reminds me of cranberries. It reminds me of the different type of sodas that comes out this time of year, like cranberry Sprite and cranberry ginger ale and things like that. It just reminds me of a bright, fizzy soda pop. Really easy to wear. I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty warm Thanksgiving and a pretty warm Christmas. Definitely a pretty warm Thanksgiving because, I mean, it's the first day of November and it's going to be 80 degrees here in Alabama. So, but definitely a bright red fragrance. I have lots of Polo Reds in my collection. This is definitely one of my favorites. I love this bottle. Huge bottle. I've decanted a lot of this. I've worn a lot of this and still have a lifetime supply left. But again, sweet, bright, cranberry, just sort of a red type of fragrance. Not really spicy, really sweet. Definitely one that you would get away with wearing to the Christmas party. Definitely one that you would get away with wearing to the family gathering, the Thanksgiving gatherings, the Thanksgiving dinner at your job. You know, some of you may be wondering, Trey, why are you talking about Thanksgiving so early? Listen, people that have big families, let's say you're married and both sets of your parents are still alive and both sets of her parents are still alive, you may end up having to go to 4 different Thanksgiving dinners. So in order to get all that in, a lot of people, at least around here, start early. I mean, anywhere from a week to 2 weeks before Thanksgiving to a week after to 2 weeks after, people are still having Thanksgiving dinners here in Alabama. So just saying. But this is one that I think you would definitely get away with wearing. It's a nice, bright red, fruity, fizzy fragrance. And it's good. I like it. From the house of Polo. It is Polo Red EDP. This next one is from the house of Happy Land Studios. Rest in peace, Mr. E.J. Wells. And this one is Home for the Holidays. And I like this. It just smells like baking. It smells like gingerbread cookies. It just smells like Thanksgiving morning or Christmas morning when, you know, the ladies of the family are cooking and they've got all the pies baking and the cakes baking and the dressing is baking. Because here in Alabama, we don't do no stuffing. Stuffing goes in your mattress. It goes in your pillow. Okay? We got dressing. We don't do no stuffing. Dressing. Because we ain't putting it inside the chicken. No. We have chicken and dressing. Right? Don't bring no stuffing around. If you tell somebody you bringing stuffing, they're going to be looking at you like, we don't do stuffing, bruh. dressing. But this just smells like Thanksgiving morning, Christmas morning. Yeah. Yeah. And it just smells like baked goods. I like it. Happy Land Studios, home for the holidays. And baked goods makes me think about a warm, hot cup of cocoa, cup of coffee. So from the house of Happy Land, oh, I just did Happy Land Studios. From the house of Sensual Obsessions, it is Java Delight. Java Delight. And this smells like a warm cup of cappuccino. And you may ask yourself, well, Trey, what does that have to do with the holidays or Christmas? Well, as you age, your taste buds change. As a kid, I didn't really like coffee. But as a 48, almost 49-year-old man, I enjoy a good cup of joe. And it just reminds me of, the men sitting around the table while, the ladies are finishing up. Just Christmas morning, getting up while the kids are, opening up their presents, and you slide off and get you a nice cup of coffee, a cup of cappuccino. That's what this reminds me of. It goes great with the gingerbread cookies. And it also just smells like November. It just smells like fall. It smells like a cool day, and just a hot cup of cappuccino. That's what that reminds me of. I like that a lot. It's one of my favorite aisles at the grocery store that I work at. The coffee aisle and the fabric softener aisle with all the dish detergent and stuff. I walk down those aisles sometimes, just be like, I love it. It smells good in here. But the only thing about this one is you have to be careful, which is why the levels on it are so high. It's very potent, and it doesn't take but a spray or two, and it could get away from you really, really quick and get cloying and annoying. Kevin made this one really, really strong. But from the house of Sensual Obsessions, it is Java Delight. That is a good one. This next one, from the house of Mancera, it is none other than the infamous Red Tobacco. And it just reminds me of a red and black lumberjack flannel shirt. Probably more so Christmas than Thanksgiving. Extremely cold day, because you know how it is. You get Christmas present. The kids get Christmas presents. Once they get them put together, you got to go outside and play with them, whether it's a go-kart or something to ride on, or a new basketball to shoot, or maybe a bicycle or something. This just reminds me of a nice cold morning. Everybody's happy. The presents have been opened, and now it's time to clean up all the mess and, again, get ready to go to the in-laws' house or to somebody's house to have Christmas dinner now. It just reminds me of that, man. It just, just a nice, sweet tobacco type of vibe. It just reminds me of a great winter's day, which, Christmas comes right in the middle of the winter. So I like it. I got this fragrance after I got divorced. I don't have a whole lot of family, especially here. I have family, but they're not here. They're all Flint, Michigan, all the way to Dallas, Texas, down to Tampa, Florida. I mean, all over the place. So I don't really have a big Christmas gathering or a big Thanksgiving. It's mostly just, me, my pops, and my mom. And my mom is, dealing with her health issues. So it's not a whole lot going on those days. But I think back to when I was married and, Christmas mornings and things like that, Thanksgiving mornings were very special days, very special times. And this fragrance right here, I can just, see me putting stuff together or cleaning up or, again, getting ready to go to a nice family dinner or family function. And going outside on a cool Christmas morning and shooting a new gun, because we got a lot of guns for Christmas. So, but anyway, from the house of Mancera, It's Red Tobacco. And this definitely reminds me of the holidays, which again, that's what we're in, the holiday season, starting now in November. So November the 1st, Red Tobacco. Nice, cool fragrance. Nice fragrance for a cool day. If it ever cools off enough in Alabama to wear that, these 80-degree days, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. This next one is from the house of Paco Rabanne. It's one of my newer fragrances. I absolutely love this fragrance, and it is Invictus Parfum. Invictus Parfum. I love the color of the bottle. Love the design of this bottle. I'm gonna spray myself with just a little bit of this. Why do I like this one? Well, again, it reminds me of the holidays because you got really, really, really fruity sweetness, but then running through the baseline of it, you get this note that just, to me, comes across like warm baked goods, warm gingerbread cookies, or just warm cake, or just, slightly. It's not an over the top like this. Home for the Holidays is over the top in a good way, but it is over the top. This is more subtle and more subdued, just easier. But at the same time, it smells good. Very, very sexy, very crowd-pleasing fragrance. So this is one I could see you in. You're having a Thanksgiving dinner at work, maybe a Christmas dinner at work or something like that. I could definitely see this being worn, that type of scent. From the house of Paco Rabanne, it is Invictus Parfum. Very, very sweet. I could almost see this. It gives me the type of vibe like adult beverages come to mind in a weird sort of way. Maybe it's that sort of grape soda type of vibe that it has. But it definitely just reminds me of Thanksgiving parties, Christmas parties, get together, adults, conversation, drinking a little bit. It's just nice. From the house of Paco Rabanne, it is Invictus Parfum. And I love that gold and blue bottle. This next one, again, to me, screams cool weather. It screams Thanksgiving dinner. It screams family get together. It screams Christmas. It screams Bill Cosby sweater. And it is from the house of Burberry. And it is Burberry's London. I'll tell you another one from Burberry that screams the holidays. And it is Burberry's Hero EDP. Not to be confused with the Parfum, but the EDP. Absolutely love that fragrance. Great atomizer here. And this is really, really nice. A little bit of a pine needly type of vibe. This is nice. A little bit of an alcohol twinge in the beginning, which is why I say, even if you don't like a lot of the scent profiles that fragrances, that designer fragrance houses are putting out right now, the quality of fragrances is just a little bit better overall. I just sprayed the Paco Rabanne right here, and it was no hesitation, no waiting. And I understand that that is a Parfum concentration, but still, there was no alcohol burn or nothing. I could spray it and go right here with the Burberry, which is an older fragrance. Have to wait a little bit and let it burn off. Now, does it still smell good? Yes, it does. It still smells good. Again, it just gives me the vibes of the holidays, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Very easy to wear fragrance. I only wear this fragrance during the holiday season. That's the only time I wear it. That's probably bad of me, but it is. But again, it's got a slightly green vibe to it, slightly fresh. It doesn't smell old. It doesn't smell dated. Do any of you still even wear this? Do any of you even still have this in your collection? I remember when all the YouTubers were talking about this fragrance and it was making its rounds. Now you just don't hear about it anymore. Both of these put me in the festive holiday eating party type of vibe. One makes me think about drinking just a little bit, but as you know, your boys are lightweight. I ain't much on drinking. I ain't really never been drunk. I ain't never been high, so I get high off life. High off life. I could not imagine me drunk or high. But anyway, from the house of Burberry, it is Burberry's London. I can see this being worn with a nice leather jacket too. Not that it's got a leathery vibe to it, but it just seems like the leather in the jacket would blend well with this and really show out. Really show out. From the house of Burberry, it's Burberry London. All right, man, am I down to just one more? I am. This next one is from the house of Zaharoff, and this is one of the most special bottles that I have in my collection because Mr. George came into a couple of lives when we were during the pandemic. Myself, Cheapo, and Sam were doing a live, and Mr. George came in and talked to us for about an hour. And things have changed since then. He's released a lot more fragrances, and I'm personally not in the know anymore, not in the loop to get some. Not that I want free fragrances, but as a small-time reviewer, getting a bottle like Signature Parfum sent to you from Mr. Zaharoff was cool. That was cool. I don't get many things comped, and that's fine. I don't mind paying my own way. But it is very nice when you can get something like this, and the quality of this is tremendous. Mr. Z has a high what's the word I'm looking for? He's highly irritated by a lot of cheaper made fragrances, so he only resources the best of ingredients and the best of notes and fragrances to put into his fragrances. So I mean, it's a manhunt and it's a process when he puts out a fragrance. So I respect that. The reason this one is, again, it goes back to the party atmosphere or the gathering atmosphere. This is one that's just very regal, very classy, very elegant, but at the same time very masculine. It's a barbershop fougere, but it's done in a very, very smooth and tasteful way. I mean, it's just good. Yes, sir. Very smooth, very tasteful, very, very easy to wear. I'm gonna give myself a squirt of this. It comes across as classy and elegant, but it doesn't come across as too pretty. It comes across as masculine, but it's not dated or old school. Again, it's definitely a fougere. Definitely a barbershop type of fragrance, but it's done in a very classy and elegant way. That's nice. That's really, really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, from the house of Zaharoff, it is Zaharoff Signature Parfum. Look at that pretty juice, man. Great smelling fragrance. That just smells good. That smells good. I would wear that any occasion that I felt like I need to dress up just a little bit, you know. That's a good one right there. So that's it, guys. Last but not least, from the house of Zaharoff, it is Signature Parfum. That's it, guys. These are 7 fragrances from my collection that I think just smell like November. since it's the first day of November, these right here all remind me of the month of November. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here, do some editing. It's probably about 3 a.m. So gotta get ready to lay it down. Your boy volunteered to work tomorrow, so I gotta work a rare Friday. So hey, it's all good. So with that being said, listen, I love you all. We made it. This year's almost out of here, so let's end it with a bang, but safely. So I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace. Oh, and thank you for being the best part of this channel and for returning to the scene of the crime. Continue to check in. Oh, before I get off here, let me do that. Beantown, Boston has been checking in. Ah, man, I had some check-ins from some different places that I hadn't. Was it Seattle, Washington? I know Virginia checked in. I know Boston checked in. I know Washington, D.C. checked in. It may have been Seattle. Maybe Seattle, Washington checked in. I know somewhere in California. Was it Stockton, California? Definitely some different places checking in. So y'all check in with your boy. I think that's a cool feature. So I love you all. May God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.